It is November 11th, 2018, Sunday night, just after 8 o'clock. It is another cold, cold night. My house is not very warm in the winter. I don't really crank up the heat a lot to save money. But even if I did, my house just doesn't heat up very well. And this particular room, I don't have the heat on much at all. So it is pretty chilly in here right now. The writing today was bad. I think that's a pretty good summary of the writing today. The writing today was just bad. I do not know where this story is going at all. I said my characters were running. First I had them run into some tunnels under the city, which I imagined to be like a whole undercity under the city. Huh, an undercity under the city. Get it? I was gonna have them like, I was trying to think of something for them to do. Because right now, I do not know where this plot is going at all. All I know is that they are running. They're running from the city guards. They're trying to hide from the city guards. That's all I know. I don't know where they're going to hide. I don't know what they're going to do to try to get the city guards to stop chasing them. I discussed that just a little bit up here in this paragraph. Yeah, I just don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. They're just going through. I feel like they're just going through the motions. My cat has just walked in here. So this time I think I'm going to actually stop the video and deal with the cat. And then I will be back. I'm back. I made sure the cat had appropriate amounts of food and water. And I've closed the door this time, so she won't come barging in here. I forgot what I was saying. I was trying to think of anything to write today. I just so I had my characters. I thought maybe they would stumble upon somebody who needed help in the tunnels. And then, sort of like a side quest. What I was thinking was like they would stumble upon a side quest down in these tunnels. Like I don't want to call them sewers because that's kind of gross, but I just call them tunnels. But somebody that needed help, that their friend had been kidnapped by this gang that I call the Red Hearts, that I just made up out of thin air. And they needed somebody to go deal with the gang and rescue their friend. And I started writing on that, and then I realized this is not, it's not fun to write. It's not interesting. So I just sort of aborted out of that, and then I just had my three characters just sort of have a silly conversation. That's really all I did today. They just had a comedic style conversation talking about if they were a gang, what would they name their gang? So that was a conversation. They didn't really settle on a name, but so far this book is more of a comedy than any sort of serious work. I don't know, maybe I should just write comedy books. I just don't seem to be able to write serious books. It's kind of irritating. Yeah, I don't really have a whole lot to say today. It's been another sort of long uninspiring day. Not a lot of creative energy happening today. My back has been bothering me all day. I actually went outside and mowed some more leaves today because today's the last day it's going to be dry before we get a bunch of rain this coming week. So I felt like I had to go out and deal with some leaves while I had a chance, and the only way I could do it is on the mower. And I'm sure that I made my back worse doing that. Riding around on the mower is not difficult, but it's kind of hard on your back when it's when your back is not in great shape to start with. Not a lot of good back support on a riding mower. Especially when you're like jostling all around the whole time. Ugh. So yeah, do I have any notes? I don't have any notes. I didn't write anything. Well, I do have one note, but I want to save that for another time when I'm in a little better mood. I'm still not in a really great mood. It's really irritating when you've hurt your back. And it doesn't ever seem to get better. Or it's even worse. What the worst is when you hurt your back and then it gets better and better and better and better. And then you hurt your back again and it goes back to square one. Then it gets better and better and better and better and better. Then you hurt your back again and it goes back to square one and it gets better and better and better and better. That's kind of the cycle I'm in right now. It's pretty irritating. Yeah, what else? Do I have anything else to say? I don't think I have anything to say. I feel like I'm really running out of steam on this manuscript. I just don't know where to go. I feel like I just had the worst idea in the entire world, and it was just the worst mistake to try to write a manuscript out of what little I had to start with. The only enjoyment I'm getting out of this so far is I am finding it a little bit amusing to write all this comedic dialogue between these three characters. It's sort of funny. I've got like Murad is kind of like the straight man, and Selenius is kind of the one that they both sort of make fun of. Siedra is sort of the upbeat, roguish rogue. I don't know. I feel like these three personalities are a ripe, rich area for comedy. That's really the only thing I have out of this novel so far. Is some occasionally funny dialogue. That's about it. Which is just, I don't know. It's just a huge disappointment is what it is. So far, NaNoWriMo 2018, a huge disappointment. But I am still barely on pace. Oh, I think I forgot to mention this, but last night I did actually go on to write another 600 words or so last night, so I was able to push my word count up. I honestly, at this moment, cannot even remember what I wrote. I think it was just more nonsense, really. I think what I was writing was them escaping into the tunnels, or somehow getting into the tunnels. I didn't really elaborate how they got into the tunnels. They just sort of appeared in the tunnels. So that's where we are right now. As of this moment, we have 18,660 words. Maybe like 500 of them could be published in a novel at this point. Maybe, if I'm really lucky. Maybe 1,000. I'll be optimistic and say maybe 1,000 out of these 18,000 words could actually be published in a novel. But yeah, it's just not going that great. I'm not pleased. But the work continues. Good, bad, or indifferent. The hard, unpleasant slog of writing continues. I think I will stop there, and hopefully something good will happen this coming week. Heading into day 12. Unbelievably, a third of NaNoWriMo is over, and we're approaching the halfway mark. I can't even believe it. I feel like it just started, and yet at the same time it feels like it's been going on forever. Alright, that's all for the day 11 report. See you tomorrow. Bye.